My fiancée posted last night of freedom with photos of her with another guy. I left one comment and tagged her dad. You won't believe what happened next. Sup Reddit. What you're about to hear sounds like something from Jerry Springer, but I kid you not, she actually did this. Grab your popcorn and read the whole thing. Trust me, this is gonna be fun. I'm 30 male, a senior network admin, pulling $85,000 at a software company. 3.5 years with Ashley, 28 female, a marketing coordinator whose daddy owns a chain of auto repair shops. Money talks in this family, and Ashley never learned to shut up. I should have seen all this coming. Ashley lived for drama. She'd flirt with bartenders while I'm sitting 2 feet away, then act shocked when I called her out. I was just being friendly. God, you're so insecure. Classic manipulation. Make you crazy for noticing obvious BS. My older sister Sloane called this shit from day one. The first time she met Ashley, she pulled me aside after dinner. That girl's trouble. Watch yourself. But did I listen? Nope. Ashley was hot. The chemistry was incredible, and I thought I could handle whatever drama came my way. 6 months before the wedding, I caught her texting some musclehead from her gym at 2 a.m. When I confronted her, she turned it around on me, said I was being controlling and paranoid, made me apologize for invading her privacy. Yeah, I was a freaking idiot. My best friend Silas wasn't having any of it when I told him, Bro, you're apologizing for catching her texting a dude? That's like saying sorry for walking in on a burglar. What's next? You gonna buy her flowers for lying to your face? The red flags were everywhere. She'd go through my phone when I showered, scroll my browser history, just curious about your interests, and lose her mind if I hung out with my boys without her. But I thought putting a ring on it would fix her need for constant attention. Famous final words. Sloane's exact words at our engagement party. You're making the biggest mistake of your life, but I'll be here to help pick up the pieces when this train wreck derails. She was right about everything. The wedding was 3 days out. Her dad, Robert, dropped $65,000 on this circus. Venue, catering, open bar, the works. Ashley demanded Daddy handle everything because he has the connections. Then came Thursday. She kisses me goodbye, all sweet and innocent. The girls planned a spa retreat for tonight. Just massages, facials, some meditation before the last-minute wedding preparations. Very zen, very relaxing. I'm thinking finally something normal and healthy. Shows how much I knew. I'm pulling late-night overtime fixing a crashed server when my phone buzzes. Text from Layla, one of Ashley's former friends who got frozen out over some petty drama months ago. Hey, you need to see this. I'm really sorry. Then the screenshots started flooding in. Ashley had posted everything to her Instagram close friend story. She thought she was clever, keeping me off that list. Problem was, Layla still had access and watched the whole train wreck unfold in real time. Screenshot 1. Ashley at some upscale club. Definitely not a spa. Caption. Last night of freedom, witches. Who needs meditation when you have good drinks and hot strangers? Screenshot 2. My fiancé straddling some random dude's lap. Caption. New friend alert. Tyler knows how to treat a lady. Screenshot 3. Ashley doing body shots off this guy's chest. Her bridesmaids cheering in the background like it's some kind of achievement. Caption. Living my best life. Screenshot 4. Full makeout session. Caption. What happens at Bachelorette stays at Bachelorette. Sorry. Not sorry. Layla's final text hit different. She's been bragging all night about how you have no idea where she really is. Said you'd lose your mind if you knew, so she made up the spa story. I couldn't stay quiet anymore. I stared at my phone for exactly 30 seconds. Not anger, not heartbreak, just cold clarity. This woman had looked me in the eye, lied about where she was going, and was now broadcasting her cheating to her friends while mocking me behind my back. We're done. The first call I made was to Silas. Yo, what's up? Isn't this your last night of freedom or something? Actually, it is. Send me your address, I'm coming over. And open a bottle of something. Oh no. What did Princess Ashley do now? I'll show you when I get there. 20 minutes later, I'm on Silas's couch showing him the screenshots. He's scrolling through them with this look of absolute disgust. What the heck, dude? She's basically screwing this guy on camera and posting it for the world to see. Gets better. She told him our wedding was just for show, because I'm her financial security blanket. Bro. He sets the phone down and looks me dead in the eye. You know what you have to do, right? Yes. Scorched earth. Hell yeah. Silas gave me the idea that sealed it. Tag her dad. Let him see what his princess is really up to. I screenshot every single image Layla sent. Then I opened Instagram and found Ashley's latest post. And guess what it was? It was with a guy named Tyler's. She actually had the balls to post it for everyone now. The caption was the same. Last night of freedom. I left one comment. First night of freedom, actually. Wedding's off. Changed my relationship status to single. Then I did the thing that made everything beautiful. I tagged her dad Robert in the comment. Silas watched me do it with this evil grin. Oh, this is going to be good. Robert's about to find out his $65,000 investment is dry humping a stranger in a nightclub. Within 2 minutes, my phone started exploding. Ashley calling, her bridesmaids calling, numbers I didn't recognize. I watched it ring, turned the phone off, and stayed at Silas's place. You're sleeping on my couch tonight, he said, tossing me a drink. Tomorrow we deal with the fallout. Tonight we celebrate your escape from crazy town. The next morning I was already back in my apartment, ready for the show. Then someone's pounding on my door like they're DEA. It's Ashley's mom Carol and Ashley herself. Ashley looks like she got hit by a truck. Silas texted me. Want backup? I'm 5 minutes away with coffee and a camera. Stay close. This is about to get interesting. How dare you humiliate my daughter publicly? Carol screams before I even fully open the door. She humiliated herself. I just provided commentary. Ashley tries the waterworks, grabbing at my shirt. Baby, please. It didn't mean anything. All brides go crazy before the wedding. You're totally overreacting. I pull out my phone, show them the screenshots. All brides make out with random guys and post it for everyone to see? Even Carol goes quiet when she sees the photos. The look on her face was priceless, like she finally realized her precious daughter wasn't the victim here. Delete those pictures right now, Carol demands. The wedding is in 2 days. People are flying in. What wedding? That's when Ashley dropped the act completely. You already put deposits down on everything. You can't just cancel because I had one night of fun. Notice what she didn't say? Not, I made a mistake. Just worried about the money and her image. Your dad paid for everything, remember? That's his problem now. Carol's face went white. Those deposits are non-refundable. We're talking about thousands of dollars. Should have thought about that before raising a daughter who can't keep her legs closed for 2 days. They left after Carol threatened to sue me for intentional infliction of emotional distress. Good luck proving damages when your daughter's the one broadcasting her scandal on social media. Silas was waiting in his car across the street, recording everything through his window. He texted me, "Holy shit, you can hear Ashley screaming from here. This is better than Netflix." But I wasn't done. I had Layla send me everything. Every screenshot, every caption, every comment from Ashley's friends encouraging her behavior. I saved it all. Something told me I was going to need evidence. After this confrontation, I went straight to the courthouse and filed for a restraining order. Ashley's threats and erratic behavior were escalating, and I wanted legal protection in place. 3 hours later, there's a freaking news van outside my apartment building. Channel 9 News, complete with a reporter and camera crew. Ashley went straight to the local media with a sob story about how her controlling ex-fiancé publicly shamed her over innocent bachelorette fun. She's sitting there in this conservative outfit, total opposite of her club gear. No makeup, fake crying about how I weaponized social media to destroy her reputation. The reporter's eating it up. Local woman says her fiancé's social media revenge went too far after what she calls harmless pre-wedding celebration. I'm watching this from Silas's place, absolutely amazed. Dude, Silas says, she's really going to sit on TV and call that innocent fun? The audacity is astronomical. The segment was titled Groom's Social Media Revenge Goes Too Far, and painted me as some controlling psycho who couldn't handle his fiancé having one night of innocent fun with her girlfriends. The internet loves receipts, though. While we're watching this train wreck, my phone rings. It's my sister Sloane. Turn on Channel 9 right freaking now. Already watching. Good. Now check Facebook. I just posted every single screenshot to their comment section. Time for some truth. Within hours, someone in the comments found Ashley's original Instagram posts. She'd deleted everything, but screenshots are forever. Sloane had posted every single image in the replies to Channel 9's Facebook post, along with a detailed breakdown of the timeline. The comment section was brutal. Harmless fun? She was basically screwing him on camera. Channel 9 really ran this without fact-checking anything, huh? Innocent celebration while tonguing a stranger and posting it online. Sure, Jan. This is why you don't ignore red flags, gentlemen. Sloane coming in with receipts. Someone get this woman a medal. Sloane's comment got 2,000 likes. This innocent victim is my brother's lying, cheating ex. Here's what Channel 9 didn't tell you about her harmless celebration. Scroll down for screenshots they don't want you to see. Ashley, you played yourself. Tyler, the guy from the club, saw the news segment. And Tyler's married. His wife Jessica recognized her husband groping my ex-fiancée on live television and went absolutely nuclear. Posted everything on their joint Facebook page. Screenshots of texts between Ashley and Tyler that had been going on for 3 days. Not just that night. Ashley had given Tyler her number after their first makeout session. They'd been sexting. Ashley told Tyler she was in an open relationship and that our wedding was just for show because I was her financial security blanket. Financial security? I make good money, but I'm not rich. And calling our relationship fake while planning a $65,000 wedding? The nerve on this woman. Jessica posted everything. Their entire text conversation. Photos of them together from before the bachelorette party. Ashley had been cheating for weeks, not just one night. Channel 9 had to do a follow-up segment that evening. This time, they had Jessica on with receipts. The story completely flipped from controlling groom destroys bride's reputation to cheating bride caught red-handed, lies to media. Ashley's Instagram went private, then disappeared entirely. Too late, though. The internet had already archived everything. Silas sent me a screenshot of the trending hashtags. Receipts provided. Ashley got exposed. Sloan, the hero. Bro, your sister just became a legend. She's getting marriage proposals in the comments. Robert called me that afternoon. First one-on-one conversation we'd ever had. Son, I saw the news. Tell me straight, did she really do what those photos show? I sent him every screenshot Layla had given me, plus the text conversation Tyler's wife posted. Long silence on his end. Then, I'm pulling every penny of the wedding fund. What I can't get back, I'm keeping. She can figure out her own life now. Robert, you don't have to. Yes, I do. I didn't raise her to be a lying witch who embarrasses our family on television. The man was done. 30 years of covering for Ashley's BS. And this was his breaking point. By Friday, Ashley was in full panic mode. She showed up at my door with her bridesmaids, Amanda, Madison, and Sarah, like some kind of intervention squad. We need to address your toxic masculinity, Amanda starts before she's even through the doorway. My what? You're punishing Ashley for expressing herself, Madison chimes in. It's 2024. Women can explore their desires without being shamed. She can explore all she wants, just not while engaged to me. Sarah tries the guilt angle. Do you realize how many people bought plane tickets? My grandmother flew in from Phoenix. The venue's been booked for months. Sounds like Ashley should have thought about that before cheating. Silas chose that exact moment to walk up the hallway with groceries. He stopped, looked at the gaggle of women outside my door, and grinned. Oh, this looks fun. Are we doing an intervention? Because I brought snacks. He held up a bag of popcorn. What's the topic? How Ashley screwed around and found out? The bridesmaids looked mortified. Amanda tried to regain control. This is a private conversation. In a public hallway, Silas pointed out. Pretty sure that makes it a community theater. Then Ashley snapped, if you don't take me back right now, I'll expose you. I'll say you've been abusing me for months. Dead silence. Even her friends looked shocked. Silas dropped his groceries. Did this crazy witch just threaten to file a false police report? Ashley, Amanda whispers, you can't say stuff like that. Why not? He's destroying my life over nothing. I deserve to destroy his too. I pulled out my phone and started recording. What did you say? Then with all confidence, she looked me dead in the eye and said, I will. Destroy. Your life. I will expose you and tell everyone that you... OMG, Ashley, stop, Amanda yelled. Amazing job, Ashley. She lunged for my phone, trying to grab it, screaming about how I was illegally recording her without consent. I stepped back, still filming, while she completely lost her shit in my hallway. Silas was also recording. Single-party consent state, sweetheart. We can record whatever we want. Keep talking. This is gold content. You're insane, I said calmly. And you just threatened to file a false police report on camera. Might want to think about that. She stormed off with her friends trailing behind, but Madison stopped and whispered, for what it's worth, I told her not to post those photos, and I've never seen her act like this before. After they left, Silas looked at his phone. Bro, I got everything. Want me to post this to TikTok? Crazy ex threatens false accusations, gets recorded instead? That's gonna go viral, haha. Save it for now. But if she actually files a report, we're going nuclear. I immediately sent both recordings to my lawyer. False accusation threats needed to be documented. Ashley wasn't done with her public meltdown. She created a GoFundMe. Help save my dream wedding after public humiliation and abuse. Sloan discovered it first and immediately shared it in our family group chat. You guys need to see this comedy gold. Ashley's crowdfunding her delusions. Her sob story was epic. My controlling ex-fiancé destroyed my reputation over one innocent night of fun with friends. Now I've lost my job, lie, my family, half true, and need help rebuilding my life after his systematic abuse and manipulation. She raised $73 total. Someone donated $10 with the message for acting lessons and another $5 to buy a dictionary so you can look up what innocent means. Silas donated $1 with the message for the entertainment value. This is better than Jerry Springer. Sloan donated $2. Here's some change for the payphone to call someone who cares. When the GoFundMe failed, Ashley pivoted to her next scam, emotional labor compensation. She started telling anyone who'd listen that we had a verbal agreement where I'd reimburse her for 3 years of emotional labor, career sacrifice, and relationship investment. She valued her contributions at $45,000. When people laughed in her face, she escalated. Emailed my boss claiming I was harassing and stalking her, creating a hostile work environment that affected her mental health. We work in completely different industries and buildings. My boss forwarded me the email with a note. You dodged a tactical nuke, not a bullet. Want to grab drinks and celebrate your escape? The following Tuesday evening, I'm at the grocery store with Silas when my apartment complex security calls. Sir, we caught 2 individuals attempting to break into your unit. Can you come down here? I'm thinking maybe some random tweakers, but when we get there, it's Ashley and her sister Brittany, both of them in handcuffs, both screaming about police brutality and illegal detention. Oh, shy, Silas whispers. It's Dumb and Dumber with a crowbar. Ashley had told security she was my wife, not fiancé wife, and had accidentally locked herself out. Brittany was supposedly the locksmith Ashley had called for help, except Brittany's a yoga instructor, not a locksmith. And instead of proper tools, she'd brought a crowbar, hammer, and screwdriver set. Ma'am, the security guard explained to me, they've been at your door for an hour. The blonde one kept insisting she lived here, but when we asked for ID, the address didn't match. Quick pause, fellas. YouTube just dropped this new hype feature. If you're hooked on this story, smash that hype button. It tells YouTube this video deserves to blow up, and it keeps even crazier stories coming your way. Thanks so much for your support. All right, back to the drama. At the police station, Ashley cycled through every excuse in the book. I left critical medication inside. She's never taken medication in her life. My grandmother's ashes are in there. Both grandmothers are alive. He stole my emotional support animal. We've never owned pets. I have the legal right to retrieve my belongings. She moved out voluntarily and took everything. The cop taking her statement looked like he wanted to retire early. Ma'am, you've given 4 completely different stories in 10 minutes. Because I'm traumatized by this whole experience. Meanwhile, Brittany was somehow even worse than Ashley. Started yelling at the officers and demanding to speak to their supervisor. Do you people know who our father is? He owns half the businesses in this town. You'll be lucky to have jobs tomorrow. Silas was having the time of his life watching this circus. He leaned over to one of the cops. Just so you know, the dad disowned both of them last week. When they asked what she was doing with a crowbar, Brittany sneered, My sister deserves her stuff back. This psychopath is keeping her belongings hostage because he can't handle that she's too good for him. Then, security footage came out, showing Ashley trying to pick my lock for 20 minutes before calling Brittany. The footage was crystal clear. Premeditated breaking and entering with multiple tools and a lookout. When confronted with video evidence, Brittany immediately threw Ashley under the bus. She told me it was her apartment and she'd pay me $1,000 to help get her stuff back. I didn't know about any restraining orders or legal issues. Ashley screamed at her. You said you'd help me no matter what. That was before I knew you were lying about literally everything. Oh, sisters, right? They both got arrested, echoed fart voice effect. Ashley for attempted burglary and violating the restraining order. Brittany for attempted burglary and possession of burglary tools. Both were looking at felony charges. Carol bailed them out and called me at midnight, screaming about destroying her family over a misunderstanding. Carol, your daughter's just committed felonies with video evidence. That's not a misunderstanding. Brittany was just trying to help her sister. Brittany was committing armed burglary. Maybe teach your daughters that actions have consequences. Silas, who was still at my place eating leftover pizza and watching Netflix, yelled loud enough for Carol to hear, Tell her the crowbar's still in evidence if she wants to match her daughter's mugshots. Jessica, Tyler's wife, reached out through Facebook. Ashley was still texting Tyler even after everything exploded, sending photos of her and begging him to leave Jessica, because their connection was destiny. Jessica was building a harassment case and asked if I wanted to combine evidence for a restraining order. Absolutely. Friday, the day before what should have been our wedding, Ashley pulled her most desperate stunt yet. You're not going to believe this. She actually showed up at my office in her wedding dress. The full $3,000 ensemble her daddy bought. Dress, veil, shoes, jewelry, the works. Stood in our corporate lobby, crying and begging me to remember our love and forgive her mistakes. My coworkers were recording everything. Someone immediately texted the video to Silas, who was at his own job across town. His reply was instant. Holy crap, she's really doing the public breakdown thing. This is like a soap opera, but with more secondhand embarrassment. Security escorted her out, but not before half the company got photos and videos. Someone set it to sad violin music and posted it on TikTok. 1.2 million views in 24 hours. The comments were absolutely savage. The mascara tears really sell the desperation. Imagine being Tyler watching this from his brother's couch. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Saturday came. Our wedding day. I spent it at Buffalo Wild Wings with Silas and our crew, watching college football and eating wings. Best Saturday I'd had in months. To dodging bullets, Silas raised his beer, and to Ashley providing free entertainment for the entire internet. To psycho ex-fiancés who destroy themselves so we don't have to, I replied. But Ashley? Oh, she had different plans. She showed up at the venue in her wedding dress with a photographer she'd hired. Since the venue was technically still booked and she couldn't get any refunds, she decided to have her wedding anyway, by herself. She really went for a solo wedding, full photo shoot, walking down the aisle alone, fake cutting the cake, first dance with an invisible groom. The works. Venue staff were so uncomfortable they started recording it themselves. I kid you not, she posed for couple photos holding her own hand. Slow danced to At Last while staring into empty space. Fed herself wedding cake while pretending to feed a groom. It was tragic and hilarious at the same time. The photographer, who hadn't been paid up front because Ashley assumed Daddy would handle it, posted some shots on Instagram with the caption, "Weirdest gig ever. Bride insisted on couples photos with no groom. Can't make this stuff up. Wedding fail. Get therapy." Those went viral faster than the TikTok. Ashley holding her own hand became a meme. When you love yourself more than anyone else ever could was trending for 3 days. Silas created the best meme using her solo wedding photos. When you realize you're your own worst enemy, but also your perfect match. Robert showed up halfway through this show and completely lost his mind. What the heck are you doing, Ashley? You're embarrassing yourself and our entire family. I deserve my special day. He stole it from me. You couldn't keep your hands off another man for 2 days. She screamed back that he never supported her happiness, and this was her truth and her healing journey. Robert walked out, but not before telling the venue staff to box up all the food and donate it to the homeless shelter. At least someone benefited from this disaster. The photographer left when he realized nobody was paying him, but the damage was done. Solo wedding was trending, and Ashley's face was everywhere as the poster child for delusional behavior. Sloane's Twitter thread about the whole situation got 50,000 retweets. My brother's ex held a wedding to herself today. I can't decide if this is peak narcissism or just really expensive therapy. Either way, the entertainment value is priceless. 147th inch. The court date for the breaking and entering charges was last Thursday. Ashley showed up in a conservative outfit with a new lawyer, some sleazy dude who specialized in defending women against vindictive ex-partners. Silas came with me for moral support, armed with a folder full of printed memes from Ashley's viral moments. Evidence of her continued poor judgment, he called it. They tried arguing she was having a mental health crisis brought on by public humiliation and systematic emotional abuse. The judge wasn't buying it. Your client attempted to break into someone's home with multiple tools and an accomplice. Mental health issues don't excuse this behavior. Ashley pled down to attempted trespassing and conspiracy to commit burglary, got 180 hours community service, $5,000 fine, and a 5-year restraining order, keeping her 1,000 feet from me and my residence. Brittany got the same deal, but had to pay an additional $2,000 for tool enhancement because she'd brought an entire burglary kit. Outside the courthouse, Silas was grinning. 5 years, bro. 5 whole years of Ashley-free living. That's like Christmas and your birthday wrapped up in court documents. Jessica also got her restraining order against Ashley after presenting evidence of months of harassment, including Ashley driving by their house at night and leaving flowers on Tyler's car. Tyler, meanwhile, finally came clean to Jessica about everything. It wasn't just that one night. They'd been hooking up for 6 weeks before the bachelorette party. Twice in his car, once at a motel, and multiple times at Ashley's apartment while I was at work. The motel had receipts showing Ashley paid for the room with her credit card, the one Robert gave her for emergencies. Robert found this out when he was canceling all her cards and reviewing statements. That was the absolute final straw. Robert filed for divorce from Carol after 28 years of marriage. Carol blamed him for abandoning their daughter in her darkest hour. Robert blamed her for enabling a sociopathic monster. Sloan had been quietly documenting Ashley's entire public meltdown. Every news appearance, every social media post, every GoFundMe attempt. She compiled it all into a website called ashleyexposed.com, with a timeline of events, screenshots, and links to all the viral content. I figured if she wants to be internet famous, Sloan explained, she should have a proper archive. SEO optimized, of course. So when future employers Google her name, the site got 100,000 views in the first week. Ashley tried to get it taken down for defamation, but everything was public record or her own social media posts. Ashley got fired from her marketing job after the wedding dress office stunt made local news again. Last I heard, she was selling makeup at the mall, living with her friend Jackie, and telling everyone who'd listen that I destroyed her life over one tiny mistake. A week ago, I got a text from an unknown number. I'm sorry for everything. I know you'll never forgive me, but I wanted you to know I'm in therapy now and working on herself. I realize I have serious issues. I hope you find happiness. Silas saw the message when I showed him. Oh, she's in therapy? Probably court-ordered. And notice she still can't admit what she actually did wrong. Serious issues is the vaguest non-apology ever. Didn't respond, but I forwarded it to my lawyer for documentation. People like this don't change. Then came the grand finale. Last Tuesday night, I'm chilling at home with my new rescue dog, Tank, a pit bull mix I adopted after this whole show ended. Around 9 p.m., someone starts pounding on my door like they're trying to break it down. Tank's growling, hackles up. I look through the peephole and see Ashley, looking like she just crawled out of a dumpster. Hair a mess, makeup smeared, clearly drunk, swaying on her feet. I know you're in there, you freaking coward! She screams. Open this door right now! I called 911 first, then texted Silas. Ashley's here, drunk, calling cops. His reply, on my way. This witch is about to violate that restraining order on camera. I opened the door with the chain still on. You need to leave, now. There's a restraining order. Screw you and your restraining order. I'm here to collect what you owe me. You destroyed my life and now you're going to pay for it. I don't owe you anything. You destroyed your own life. Lies! She screams, spit flying. You posted those pictures. You ruined my reputation. You turned my own father against me. That's worth at least $100,000. Just watching her was insane. This woman had cheated, lied, broken into my apartment, and somehow I was still the villain. You posted those pictures yourself, genius. I just commented. You had no right. That was my private story with my close friends. And you can't stalk my social media. First, your friend sent them to me. Second, you literally posted a picture for public. Genius. Layla's just jealous because Tyler wanted me, not her. And you're just mad because Tyler's better in bed than you'll ever be. Neighbors are coming out now, watching the show. Mrs. Miller from across the hall is recording everything on her iPad. You're drunk, you're violating a court order, and you need to leave before the cops get here. I'm not. I'm rightfully angry. You stole my wedding, my family, my job, everything. And for what? Because I finally felt alive for the first time in 3 years? Then she tried to push past me into my apartment. I'm taking my stuff and you can't stop me. I have rights. You don't have any stuff here. You moved out and took everything. My grandma's jewelry is in there. Family heirlooms. Your grandmother is alive, and you never left any jewelry here. Tank had heard enough. 90 pounds of protective instinct started barking and snarling at the door. Ashley jumped back, tripped over her own feet, and fell on her butt in the hallway. Control your freaking attack dog, or I'll have it put down. He's protecting his home from an intruder. Maybe try not being threatening. Silas showed up just as she was getting back to her feet, slightly out of breath from running up 3 flights of stairs. Did I miss the fireworks? Ashley saw him and lost what little composure she had left. Oh, great. You brought your little boyfriend. What are you going to do? Gang up on me? Nah, Silas said, pulling out his phone to record. Just documenting your public breakdown for posterity. Please continue. This is gold. She got up swaying, completely unhinged now. You think you won? You think you're some kind of hero? You're nothing. Tyler said I deserved a real man. The whole hallway could hear her. My neighbors looked mortified. Tyler's living in his mom's basement paying alimony. Real winner you picked there. At least he knows how to satisfy a woman. Silas laughed out loud. Says the woman screaming in a hallway at midnight like a meth head. Real classy, Ashley. Then she started kicking my door. I deserve compensation. I wasted 3 years on you. 3 years I could have been with someone who actually appreciates me. She was screaming now. Completely delusional. When I get my settlement money, Tyler and I are going to travel the world together. He's going to leave his stupid wife and we're going to be happy. The cops finally showed up in about 4 minutes. 2 officers, both looking tired as hell. Ashley immediately went into full victim mode, but somehow made it worse. Thank God you're here. This psychopath is keeping my inheritance hostage. He's stolen my grandmother's diamonds and won't give them back. Silas stage whispered to me. She's really sticking with the dead grandmother story, huh? I handed them the restraining order and explained the whole thing. Ma'am, this document clearly states you're to stay 1,000 feet away from this address. You're currently about 3 feet away. That restraining order is illegal. He stole from me. One of the cops looked at me. Sir, are you holding any property belonging to this woman? She never left anything here. She moved out voluntarily and took everything she owned. He's lying. Search the apartment. I demand you search it right now. The cop sighed. Ma'am, we can't search someone's home without a warrant, and we have no evidence of stolen property. Ashley lost her mind completely. This is corruption. You're all working together to protect him. I'm calling the FBI. I'm calling the governor. I'm going to expose this whole conspiracy. Silas looked at one of the officers. She's been like this for 8 months. This is actually pretty tame for her. The officers looked at each other like they were dealing with a mental patient. Sir, do you want to press charges for violation of the protective order? One asked me. Absolutely. No, Ashley screamed. I'm pressing charges against him. As they cuffed her, she kept screaming, My father's going to sue all of you. Your father disowned you, I called out as they walked her to the car. Even in handcuffs, she was still delusional. Silas was getting the whole thing on video. Bro, this is gonna go viral. Drunk ex-fiancé violates restraining order, gets arrested while claiming invisible inheritance. The cops put her in the car, but she kept screaming through the window, I'm going to write a book about this. I'm going to be on Oprah. Everyone's going to know what you really are. Tyler loves me. We're going to be together. One of the officers walked back to me. Sir, you might want to consider moving. That woman is seriously unhinged. Already planning on it. Silas was reviewing the video on his phone. Damn, I got everything. This is documentary-level footage. Got a call from my lawyer the next day. This was Ashley's 3rd violation involving me, plus Jessica's harassment case was moving forward. The prosecutors were recommending the maximum sentence. Her mom called that afternoon, but instead of begging, she was angry. How dare you keep doing this to my daughter? She's been through enough. Your daughter showed up drunk at my apartment demanding money and trying to break in. That's on her, not me. She's just trying to get her life back together. You've already destroyed her career and her relationship with her father. Her choices destroyed her life. You're never going to let her move on, are you? You're going to keep destroying her forever. I just want her to leave me alone. I hung up on her too. Update. Ashley got the maximum sentence. 24 months in county jail plus 3 years probation. During sentencing, she told the judge that I was part of a conspiracy to silence strong women and that her imprisonment was a violation of her First Amendment rights. The judge was not amused. Sloan was in the courtroom for moral support. She texted our family group chat. Ashley just called herself a political prisoner for stalking and harassing her ex. The delusion is clinical at this point. From her jail cell, she's been writing letters to local news stations, claiming she's a political prisoner being held for speaking truth to power. A Channel 9 posted her letter on their Facebook page with the caption, Remember this story? The comments were brutal. Again, life's incredible now. Moved to a downtown loft with Tank and started a side business doing IT consulting. The crazy ex-fiancé story actually helped my reputation. Tank's become the office mascot when I bring him to work. He's got better judgment than I ever did. Silas calls him the early warning system we all needed. To everyone asking if Ashley finally learned her lesson, she's currently trying to sue the jail for cruel and unusual punishment because they won't let her make TikTok videos. She's also written for 3 different reality TV shows, pitching her survival story. Some people are beyond help. They live in their own delusional universe where they're always the victim and everyone else is the problem. Robert sends me a Christmas card every year now. Last one said, Thank you for saving our family from a lifetime of her BS. Your grateful father-in-law, Tyler, still living with his mom, still paying alimony, still blocked by Ashley on every platform. Apparently, he tried to visit her in jail once, and she screamed at him for abandoning her when she needed him most. The ring money bought me a badass gaming setup and a down payment on a motorcycle. Every time I fire up my PC or hit the road, I think about how different my life would be if I'd been stupid enough to marry that psychopath. For the guys reading this, don't make excuses, don't hope they'll change, and definitely don't let anyone convince you that having standards makes you the bad guy. Life's too short to waste on people who think the world owes them everything. Silas puts it best. You didn't lose a fiancé, bro. You escaped a lifetime prison sentence with an attractive warden. And honestly, I couldn't have written a better ending myself.